Hi everyone. Alright. It's saying TikTok don't want to respond. Alright. So we're going to start off by putting some liquid white, magic white, whatever you want to call it. I always mix my own, so if you don't have it, can't find it, whatever, just mix titanium white and linseed oil. I mix it about 50-50, maybe a little heavy on the oil, because some people mix it 70-30, 70% oil, 30% titanium white. This just works for me. But the key to it is a really thin layer. Bob Ross said this is the number one reason why paintings fail. This layer is so thin. You gotta put it up here and then pull it as far down as you can pull it. Trying not to do the edges first because it bleeds underneath them. That board soaks up that first little layer, so if you put it on heavy, it'll bleed real bad. You want to make sure your edges are covered though. At the end, I'll show you how to check and make sure the whole board is nice and slick. At the end of it, if you think you put too much on it, you can go over it with a dry brush and it'll pick up everything you don't need. Depending on how heavy you put it on now, you may have to go over it once or twice. You just want to make sure the whole board is shiny and slick. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and grab a little bit more. Come back right across where it was drying out and pull it down. Really pushing as hard as I can, trying to get all of it out. Trash off there. See, I'm still smashing it as hard as I can. It may take you a while. Your arm will be wore out probably. Alright. I've almost made it to the very bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to scrub in this last little bit. I'm trying to get all that inside the brush to come out. You don't ever want to add no more to the brush unless you just absolutely have to. Alright, when I'm doing side to side, I'm always hitting in the middle. I don't really know what I'm painting yet. I'm still thinking it up. I got a couple of colors for the sky, but that's about it. Alright, so whenever I'm going side to side, I'm always hitting in the center and pulling outward, constantly thinning that layer out. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I don't think I need any more. And I'm going to give it just a second. The board, because I'm using canvas post board, it's going to soak up a little bit of it. And that's fine. I tell people, if you check it and you don't have dry spots, you definitely probably put too much on it. And you should go over it with a dry brush. I didn't really clean it, just knocked everything I could off of it. Alright, so giving it a couple seconds. Right now I'm looking straight at it, and I know I covered the whole board, so it shouldn't be no dry spots, but it always is if you do this part right. If you don't have dry spots, you probably put too much on it. Go over it with a dry brush. Alright, but to check it, lean forward. Lean all the way up to the canvas, to the side of it, and look from this side to that side. And you should see dry streaks or maybe a dry spot if you do this right. If you got too much on it, you won't have no dry spots. You need to go over it with a dry brush. I just keep saying it so much because I messed it up so many times. It took me a while to get it right. And I could have easily just quit. I didn't see no dry spots. I just want to go over it. And when you get it right, the board gets really slick. Instead of the brush grabbing when you hit, it slides. And you can hear it. It gets really slick. That's what allows that paint to move. Oh, come on. Oh, brushes are... I'm rough on them, so they fall apart. Remember that. Alright, let's clean the brush. Y'all have any ideas of a scene you might want to see? A landscape? Want to nice blue sky or a real colorful sky. Y'all can help me. We'll do the whole thing together. I've painted so much. I'm having trouble thinking of what my next painting is gonna be. Hey, Kimberly, triple tap. Thank you for the like. Rustic music. Appreciate that. Dark, moody, fall sky. Dark and moody. Alright, so I'm not good at it, but we'll do it. Dark and moody, so we'll use some black, maybe a little brown, some blue. Yeah, that'll work. I always start at the top and work my way down. This style of painting is just like Bob Ross did. That's how I learned to paint, by watching him. And it's helped me a tremendous amount with a lot of stuff. So I just want to show other people how you can do it too. You know, maybe you need somebody to show you in person, or maybe you can learn through watching. First, anything like a sunset, or I think, dude, a sunset and a storm. I'll let you pick. We could do a sunset, or we can do a dark, stormy. Alright, so rustic, what's it gonna be? Stormy. Alright. These are quite fun to do, actually. But I really like a lot of color, so still gonna put something in the bottom. Alright. Let's start with some you know what? I might even make some brown too. So if you take just a little bit of red and some sap green, you get a really nice, beautiful chocolate brown color. I usually start it out about 50-50 and see what it looks like, because I use different reds, different greens, and then I can mix it redder or greener, just depending on what color it is. But I'll give you that. I'll show y'all. So I'm just gonna take my little knife, grab me a scoop of the green, flatten it out, grab the same amount of this barn red, and it's going to start flattening it. Make sure to pick it all up and flatten it all together. Alright, let's add more green. Ooh, that foreign red ate that color up. It didn't really change a lot at all. Alright, so I'll show you the difference. Alright, so we're going to take another scoop of green. And let me get some real red. And a scoop of real red. Make sure to flatten it out. Really, flatten it. Alright. See how that changed? That didn't change as much as that. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit more green. Might even add just a little black. Just make it a little darker. And we'll use all these colors for something. Oh yeah, much better. Like I said, make sure you flip it up and you flatten it all the way out. If you don't pick it all up or you don't flatten it all the way out, you're not mixing it all the way. Normally, I wouldn't mix it when I'm doing something else because I like the marble color. Hey, Bill. Alright, let's see what brush I want to use. Alright, we'll start with this. Just something to put a little color up here. Not a whole lot. Wait a minute. First, I'm going to go up here with a little bit of blue. Just to be in between the gaps. Always remember, it's never a lot of paint. Never a lot. You go up there with a whole bunch of paint, you'll be there forever. Trying to blend it away. Alright, so just with small X's. Maybe some hit, maybe some don't. You have to start pushing harder and harder for that paint to come out. Don't go back and reload. Those light spots and dark spots is exactly what you need. The further stuff are away from you, the lighter it is in value. pressing really hard to get that more of that color to come out of the brush. I think that'll work. Alright, now we'll take the blending brush and really blend that down. Then got a little stiff on me. That's never good. Let me clean it just to make sure. I may have forgotten to clean it last night. Yeah, that's what it was. Make sure it's dry though, if you ever have to clean your brush in the middle of painting. If you don't, it'll really mess up your painting. Alright, so just with small X's in the corner, not even using the whole brush. Try not to stay in one spot. If you have to go back to a spot and go over it, cool. But if you stay in one spot, you'll just blend it away. These little small X's will just build your sky for you. I'm gonna put some dark clouds up here. Alright, like I said, this would be our horizon, the furthest back. This corner would be the closest to us. So everything from back here up should get this. It could be the same color, just a little stronger in value would make it come out better. I'm still working on that myself. Alright, now I just want to wipe the brush off and lightly go across it. And this is going to pick up anything I don't need up there and really set it down. Bob would say hypnotize it. But I also heard him say that it pushes it down into the painting, I guess. Alright, right here, rub it, make it a little softer. Because of the magic white, it'll constantly just keep blending until it's gone. So be careful with that too. Alright, now let's throw some of these colors up there. The fun part. Let's see. I want to use some Prussian blue. Oh, I tell you what, yeah, this will work. So I just want small circles. Use whatever brush makes you feel comfortable. Fan brush, whatever brush that is. Big 2-inch brush, don't matter. Alright, that'll work. Alright, that same brush, I just want to go back over the edges. Let's see. We'll do the back side of it, like the light's coming from up there. So once again, just small circles. Keep that brush moving. You know what? I'll mix it up a little bit. Yeah, instead of just doing one side, we'll make some of them look like they're really far back there. Let's see, this one. Yeah. All right. In just a minute, we're going to fluff them up. Add a couple more colors. Always sit back and look at your paintings. You're going to see something you should fix or leave alone. Sorry I'm missing everybody's. I get caught up. Hey, Brandy. Thanks for the follow, Layla. How are you today? And it's making it hard for me. Hard.
Well, I didn't realize I could bring myself up.
That'll work.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I know I'm a moderator, but when I moderate for other people, I don't have that power. And last time when everybody was in here, I had John let me up because he's moderator, but he was in the chat. All
right.
So how are you, Sunshine?
We're going nothing much. Just painting. Having fun doing it.
Yes. And you do it so well.
Thank you so much. I went to an art class tonight and was inspired by all these young people that were there drawing hands and shading them in. Oh man, they were amazing.
Oh wow, did you what class did you take?
I didn't take it. It was offered at a friend of mine's business called Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people, all they had to do was show up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was. There was.
Well, why didn't you doodle with them?
I was in a rush. I had to get to the store before it closed, but I wanted to stop by to see who was doing the class, and she was a
Wow.
really nice lady.
Yeah. Does she have any more classes?
Yeah, I mean, she's got a few scheduled for this month at that same location.
Yeah.
Might
So
be
what
just
what kind of art is she teaching?
um, like line work, pencil drawings.
Okay.
Could be a lot more. I just haven't had time to stay to figure out everything.
Right, the fundamentals. Yeah, that's awesome. I need to learn that.
I ain't never drew a hand before. Have you?
Nope. Nope. They look like mittens.
I think they would have outdone me. I mean, I would have been ashamed if I had sat down and tried. Huh?
Well, yeah, see, I can't draw, but I can,
You
I
don't have to
can,
draw on this.
right, I just paint. Yeah, I just put paint to a canvas or paint to paper. I've been
All right,
working,
so
working, go ahead, sorry.
we're doing the stormy scene tonight because Rustic
Mm.
something or other said storm.
We just had a storm today. Exactly what it looks like.
Oh, let's see. All right, now we'll get some of that brown color mixed up. And we're not going to pick up as much paint. I just want a little bit on the tip. And maybe I'm going to tap it off on a dry spot.
That's what she said. Just the tip.
I'll do that one because that one's so far away. I just want to get some of the paint off before we touch it. And just for small circles, I don't want this everywhere. Just make up a spot. And we'll come back with some black. Let's go right over it. Oh, and I almost cut my finger off with the palette knife. That was fun.
That was scary.
Finger off from my palette. That was so much fun.
I was scared out of my wits.
Couldn't believe it.
How'd you do that with your palette knife?
I was scraping my little board clean, and it slipped.
Mm-mm.
The only thing that stopped it was my fingernail.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's always the worst, especially when it rubs the nail a certain way. Voice for reason. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Terry. Mr. Rogers. Michelle, I'm not going to butcher your last name. Lazy Bear, love your name.
Thank you, man. It helps me, allows me to paint until I can read things for me.
That's okay.
Alright, so once again, I'm just going to come back in and rub these spots. And you don't want to stay in one spot. If you have to go back over it, that's fine. Just go back to it and go over it.
Hi, Rory boy. Shane and Lee.
Alright. Now we'll get into a little bit of black.
Now, is that brown you just put on the blue?
I did. It was a brown that I made though with a red and green.
Ah, okay. Hey, Susie Q.
Now, just like the brown, and this is gonna cover up most of it. But we're just gonna put back for the corner. Put a little color up here. I don't know why TikTok ain't responding. And if you notice, we're just doing the same steps over and over. Alright. Clean the brush. Alright, do the same thing again. Just small circles. We'll come back in a minute and fluff them all up. Alright.
Now, when you blend that, is that like, is the black gonna run into the blue when you blend it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over it. We're gonna lighten it all up even more.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, first we're going to just fluff them up. this will blend it, and then we'll come back across it in a minute to push it all down. Alright, now I'm just going to go, no pressure at all, just dragging the brush across it. Down here, we can drag it, lighten it up. The more we rub it, the more it'll mix with the magic white. Yeah, any pressure at all, you'll destroy everything. Alright, dark, dark, dark. Alright, let's see, what else can we put in here? Let me get a little bit of sap green. Hold on a second. Yeah, add a little more cleaner to my bucket. It does evaporate, see. I like to keep just the bristles right under the liquid if I'm going to leave it in the bucket.
You should like have some music on.
You think I should put some music on? That sounds good.
Yeah.
Man, I just have such a time. Well, I can't get to my remote. I have such a hard time posting it to YouTube. They literally make you delete each song, and you can only do one every 24 hours. So it might take, like if I post a video on YouTube and the music's not approved, they violate the video, cut it out, won't show it, that part of it, until you fix it. You can take the music out of it, but you can only do one song every 24 hours.
Well, if you play like classical music,
Yeah.
I know if you play classical music and stuff like that, you bring in different people in your room.
I love music. It helps me.
Or like jazz or something like that. YouTube.
Remember when I first started, we had music on every night.
Yeah, we had like almost 300 people in the room too.
It's only because I don't know how to work my phone, and if I knew how to work my phone better, I could delete crap.
Right. Well, you TikTok has music on here too. They can play in the background
Okay.
when you're live. Yeah, if you go to effects and hit music, it'll have like dance, jazz, all kinds, little stuff. I like the jazz. It's the only one I like on there, but
Got an idea for some rocks. Yeah, using those colors that I messed up. Let's see. All right. Remember, we're only worried about the top edge. Uh, Everything else we're going to scrape out of it and then use the brush to really
there's
shape
only
it.
2 real people in here. Mm.
I told you we would use those colors. I mixed. All right. These will be a little different, I think. So as I'm pressing down to push that color into the fabric, then I go back and I scratch it out. That way all the paint's gone and just the color value stays. When I go to add the next layer, it's so much easier when that layer of paint ain't there. Alright, I ran out, so I'm going to grab just a little line. Another small line is all it takes each time you go to reload. Alright. Tape is catching that edge there. A bit more right here. Alright, let's do some right over here. I only go back to reload when I have no more paint. I can scratch up. I'll make this the furthest away go back here. Alright. I think that'll work. Now, grab a brush that you can control. Thank you for the roses.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Those look like Mexico mountains.
Exactly. That's what I was missing. They're kind of like desert mountains.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you do them all the same way. You just decide which one you want to be the furthest one back, and start with it. Everything else you pull out in front of it. So, this one's going to be my furthest one back. And most of these angles are straight down and then a curve at the bottom. You want to use those angles, because when we come back in to put the highlight, we're going to do the same thing. Right at the bottom, a little curve. And see how now I can pull this one right in front of that one, pushing it further back. These angles are that important. Now I can pull this one down, straight across it, pushing that one back. When I go to highlight, I'm going to highlight the same way. Alright, over here we could make that one the furthest back. And pull these in front of it. I have like a little valley that you can come into right here. That'd work. But it really just depends on how you want to pull it out. It really does. What do you want to be first? What do you want to be last? Each stroke, I'm shaping that mountain. I want it to fall inward right here. Got to really pull straight, but as you're coming around, you start pulling at a little angle. Just don't touch that outer edge. That's the only thing. Looks like there's a few canyons in there. You get all of that just from pulling it out. All right. All right. That'll work. Now let's put some highlights on. We're going to use that bright red color that I tried to mix a brown. It didn't really change the color much. But I'm just going to get a small roll, flatten out the paint. Use your knife. Flatten it out. Really flatten it. Then come back. Get you a small roll. Yeah. Please be careful. These things are really nice. All right. little tape is holding me up there. Tell you what, I'll use this for the dark side. We'll add some yellow for the right side. Just like with the snow, you don't want nothing to touch the canvas except that little roll of paint. If you're pressing...
Can I please have $10 to go pick Mom up from her work?
There's no way to...
Well, I gotta pick her
Wait a
up.
minute. Hold on. Yeah. I'll give it to her in a second. So like I said, you don't want the knife to touch. Just that little roll of paint.
Now, why are you putting the darker on one side?
For the shadow side, everything looks more 3D with a shadow and a light side.
Mm.
You won't be able to see a lot of it anyway. I'll save that. Alright, that'll work. I got a little bit of this yellow. We'll use that for our light. And it's not as thick as I'd like it to be, for sure. Let me see. Alright, we'll change that up. You're never committed because the paint is wet.
Another thing that's super awesome about oil paint.
Right. Alright. the yellows are mixed really thin, and when you're doing a highlight, you really want it to be thick. The paint breaks so much better. That's why we use white all the time, because it's so thick. It's not really because of the snow, but because it just works so well doing this method. The thinner it is, the harder it is to get it to break. But you can still do a lot. You can still do a lot.
Is it still very translucent in oil, the yellows?
Yeah. Well, it depends on like Indian yellow. It is on a black canvas. You can make beautiful stuff pop out. But a bright yellow.
Like on a normal, like a normal canvas. Like, does it depend on the brand name, or just yellows more?
Bob said that they made his paints, the yellows and the brighter colors are made thinner. Yellow and he named two or three colors.
I wonder why. He has his own paint line now.
I know it. I've been following him for so long. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of that yellow, some of that brown, some of that red, and I'm gonna marble all of it. I'll put a little line of brown, a little line of red, a little line of yellow. Let's see what happens. All right. Oh, it's gonna need a little bit more yellow than that. Right there, it worked. This scene just ain't gonna be very bright.
That looks nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that straight yellow is just too bright. I did do a painting like that though.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, it was bright, bright, bright.
I like the one you did was like the pink sky and like the fire was like in the middle of the canvas.
Oh yeah.
If anyone has any questions, thank you for the like, Smithy. Any questions you guys can ask.
Absolutely, please.
User too many numbers says really cool.
Thank you, thank you.
I know mountains look dope, don't they?
All right, now let's get a brush and fix them up a little bit.
But they look good like that.
Don't they? Don't they? You could actually pull sand right up to it. Alright, so first thing I'll do is lift up the same angle that I put it down in. Constantly wipe your brush off because you're picking up this heavy layer of paint and just blurring the bottom a little bit. Bob said with a mountain, you could always see the top of it really clear. But the bottom part, because of pollution and all kinds of other stuff, it would be a little blurry, a little distorted. Work that shadow right into that light.
Thank you for the follow, Lizzie.
Alright. Now I'm going to take, I just want to tap this bottom a little bit. Let it mix with that magic white.
Reeve Roberts says, Mr. Bob Ross.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Huge compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Man, this looks kind of like a western scene to me. I ain't done one of these yet.
It's New Mexico.
All right. So let's see here. Surely we got to have a couple of cactuses.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't done one of them yet.
A little scorpion pollen.
Hey, that'd be kind of neat too. Might be able to get that right here on the end. Do a little fence with a scorpion on it.
That'd be cute.
Alright, so we got to get some. We're going to use the same colors to make us some ground. We will start with the light color first.
Super Bob. Love your name.
Alright, I'll use maybe a fan brush. Yeah. I may switch, but we'll see. Alright, so first the brown color. And I'm not trying to pick up a whole lot of paint, not like usual where we're wiggling it through. I'm just getting some paint right on the edge. I'll show you the brush. Just paint on the edges. Alright. And back here we'll just start pulling shaping this ground up. Let's see. Little gap in there. Angles are everything. Trust me. It won't look right if you don't get these in halfway decent. And we're just putting color up here now. We're going to come back in a minute and blend all this. Yeah, I can see an old house sitting out here too. Alright, starting applying more color up here at this front. Everything, same color. We're going to soften it back there and leave it really dark up here at the front. Just meaning we won't rub it as much. If we take too much down, we'll add some color back to it. Alright, now we'll go through a little bit of that red color. Just on the tips, just on the tips.
That's what he said.
Just scratch some marks back there, leading it forward. A little bit more. Didn't have a whole lot on it. Alright, now we'll get the big brush out and clean it. We will rub it till it feels right.
That's what he said.
I was waiting on you.
Uh-oh, Rusty, where'd you go?
Alright, so I got kicked out for a minute. Back here, I just want to rub these till they soften up. I hit the wrong button. It keeps saying TikTok ain't responding, and I have to reach up there and hit wait, but that time I accidentally hit close out.
Yeah, that's happened to most people that's been on live a couple times. Sometimes it'll actually take you completely out of the app to go back in, and then when you go live, just say continue, and we'll, people, you have like 5 minutes or something to do that, to come back in.
But it's so hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so just in these spots back here, I want to rub them. Let some of them get soft, some of them will get brighter. Just do it soft. If you need to go back over it, that's fine. Or if you put any pressure, you'll just start dragging your paint. And maybe you want to spread it out, that's fine too. Alright, now we're getting down here. I'll go ahead and turn it to the big side. And we'll keep rubbing it till I get it where I want it. Because of the magic white, the more you rub it, the lighter it will get. Nobody's ever said that before.
You're right.
Alright. I want to make sure to pull this out to the edges. When I pull that tape off, man, I'm really starting to love these borders. This one has a very small border on it. I think it's a 1/2 inch all the way around.
I do like, when I do my paintings, I do like having borders on them.
Right, it just sets it off without.
Yes, I hate doing my edges.
Have a frame.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that works for me. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we got dark and light spots. And you need those to show distance. If it was all one solid color, it just wouldn't show a whole lot.
It'd be very boring.
Alright, so let's think about, this thing has got to have a little hideout in it. Yeah, that's what it is, a hideout. A little shack. So just with the knife, I'm going to start scraping out the shape of this little shack. And we'll make it 2 blade widths. Oh, that red color is going to make a nice red barn for us, or red shack. Alright, a little roof. I don't know, 1 blade, 2 blades, 2 blades. Alright. And then let's see. This corner right here will be the closest to us. So I want to make sure to make it a little bit bigger than this corner on this side. It'll help you with your perspective. if we were doing it straight and not a side view, then you'd make both sides the same. But as soon as you turn it and one corner's closer, it should look a little bit bigger. And since this is the back side, it's the furthest away. So we'll pull it down to match right here on this corner and then make it smaller as it comes back. Alright. Got all the heavy paint scratched out. Time to make it, I guess. Alright. So we'll start with a little bit of black. We'll do the eave that we can see. With it being turned, we'll see the eave on this side.
Okay. I gotcha.
That makes sense now?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, so we'll start right here. And I'll pull it straight in. Like I grab blue, but that'll be alright. Alright, just like that. And we'll just mark this side. Now, the big mark that we left on the other side. Go ahead and lay out this roof. Just so y'all can see it. Normally we would just fill it in with paint. I want that corner to be dark though. We'll bring it over here. I'm not worried about that. That's going to add to it, actually. Alright, let me mark that other side. Alright, now we'll take that red color we mixed. That I'm over here shoving my elbow in. Man, my arm looks pitiful. Oh my. I don't even want to look at this hand. Whew. Alright, let's take the... No. I'm actually just going to use that red color. Not the one we mixed to try to make a brown. It was changing colors, but not as fast as I wanted it to. So I'm just going to touch, grab some of that black, pull it with it. That'll be the shadow. If it don't come down, don't worry about it. We'll add some in a minute. Add a little bit more right there. All right. Now on the other side. All right, before we move forward, we're going to rub a little bit of black right down the whole thing. Clean my knife off. Now see, my black's been sitting out for a couple of days, so it's gotten really thick.
Rustic Master Mustard Seed says, I fell asleep. The sky is phenomenal.
Thank you. Tell me what you think about this old shack in a second. Now, if I tried to push the knife down, I would just flatten this paint out. You gotta let that little roll of paint touch just that little roll. No pressure. You have to tilt your knife further down and further down as you coming down. Alright, over here on this side, we're going to do it black and then add a little bit of red to it. Because this is our dark side. Trying to get that angle at the bottom right. That's alright. Alright, let's go back to the red. Actually, I'll use that darker brown color we mixed.
Now, Rusty, what is your YouTube channel name? Is it the same as on here?
My YouTube name is Rusty Weir at G82X2C. It stands for Gate to Ecstasy. G8.
Well, you keep talking about the tip all the time, and just the tip.
I feel like this is a gate to ecstasy. It really is. It takes your mind off stuff when nothing else can.
I agree with that. Yeah, if you were to have your name the same on here and all across all the platforms, it'll be easier for people to find you.
I know it, and I tried to do that and messed up almost everything.
Why don't you change the name on this one?
Say what now?
Why don't you change your name on here to match your YouTube?
I will if I can figure out how to do it. I promise you. Alright, just a little door. And you know what? Let me see if I can scratch in some lines. If not, we'll use some white. Oh yeah, there we go. Use the edge of your knife. Put you some slabs in it. And if you can't scratch through it, then put a little white, little roll on your knife and put these in. Alright, over here, I'm not going to scratch it nowhere near as hard. Don't want to show as many. It's the dark side. Alright, I got this gray color here that I made for a tin roof the other day. I think I'm going to use it. And I just mixed a little black and white together, that's all. I may not have enough. And take your time. You're in no rush. Alright, I just need to pick up a little paint on the corner of my knife to get down here.
Oh, that silver that you're putting on the roof? I missed that.
Yeah, just a very little white. It was mostly black with just a small amount of white in it.
Oh.
But now I can take a little bit of black and mix it a little thinner with it. Where'd my bottle go? Alright, I'm gonna drop. That don't make no sense. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna mix a little thinner with some black. I had to use the thinner in my cleaning bucket, but it's fine. I want it to be nice and runny. Really, really thin. Add a little more. Alright, now it's starting to soften up. Alright, just with the small side of my knife, I'll scrape up a little bit of that. Maybe you can see some of these sheets. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of white, go around the edges of the door. Alright, let's see. That door is kind of small. I have to use the small side. Alright, right across the top of the roof a little bit. We come down this side. And just a little bit on this one. Alright. We'll hit the corner on this side. Alright, that works. Alright, this is our shadow side, so I'm pulling some of that dark out from that edge. Alright, that'll work. Maybe a couple of fences. And we'll put some nice cactus over in the corner. Let's see. Now I'm going to take that brown color, that dark brown. You know what? I'm just going to mix it on the palette. One side is going to be the red, other side is going to be the brown. Every
That's the
time.
place for the horses.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Gotta have a place to tie them up. Maybe corral them. This is the hard part. Hold on. All right. All right. Let's see what else.
What do they call that? Wrangling ring or?
Right.
I mean, I know what they
Micro
do
or
in there.
something. I don't know. I'm using a part of my head tonight I usually don't use.
Hmm?
Right. Let me take my little knife. Just add some highlights to those before we move on. And since our highlights are coming from the right, we will just add a few. Right here on these small ones, just gotta use the corner. couple across the top. Alright, that'll work. Fix that corner. Oh, gotta add some highlights to this one. Alright. What else? Hold on, I gotta fix the feet. Like I said, always sit back and look at your paintings. You'll see stuff you need to fix. You can't do it after you're drying. Just use a little bit of that brown right at the end of your post. Pull it out like it's a little sanded dirt right around it. Hey Anthony, how are you? Alright. Gotta have a trough, that's right.
Yeah, they need their water
Absolutely do.
and their food. You gotta have two.
Let's see here.
And don't forget the scorpion.
That's right. Alright, that'll work. Maybe back then they only had one color paint, so we'll just use that same color. First off, hold on. Let me put a little water in there. We'll make it a really nice, pretty blue. Alright, that worked. Now I'll take that dark brown color. Just a little roll of paint. Alright, the small side, I'm going to use the bright red. Alright, and for the back side, I'll use that same bright red. Alright, now let's add a little bit of black. Come on now. Alright. Small bit on this side. Alright, that worked. Now we use the fan brush to soften it. Actually, I'll use my other little brush. Alright, right there I'm going to take some of the dark brown. No, I'll take some of the red. I'll clean this. Just like that. Alright. And of course we could take some white.
Now, are you going to make little ripples in that water?
Oh no. It actually, when you set up close to it, it's got little light spots in it, so it looks really cool.
Oh.
All right. All right, that's enough there. Now let's do some cactus flowers, and we'll be out of here.
Ooh, and a tumbleweed.
A tumbleweed.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Ain't never done one, but we're gonna sure try it.
I have faith you can do it.
I sure appreciate it. Just needed a little stronger color up here. So. All right, now I get my other brush and blend that down. When I got a big spot like that, I'll turn it sideways so all the bristles can pull it and blend it down. But when I'm just doing all of it, I'll turn it sideways. But on these big spots, get all those bristles on it.
Ooh, nice.
Pull it, pull it. All right. Now, that's a definite hideout. I think I'm gonna call this one Billy the Kid. All right, let's try this tumbleweed first. And we'll use some black and brown to do it. Yeah, good. This will work. I'll just use the corner. All right, small amount of black. Remember, don't pick up a lot of paint. I'm tapping it on a dry spot, even though I just picked up a little in the corner. As long as you got color on the bristles, that's all you need.
Just a tip, please.
That's it. All right, now some brown. And we'll put some of that red in it. I'm not cleaning the brush either. All right, let's take the liner brush. Go into the black. Make sure to make it thin like ink so it comes off really easy.
Don't forget to make some lines popping out the circle. Yeehaw!
Alright, that thing looks like it's in motion.
Looking good, looking good.
Just pull a little shadow out under it. Right. Now, I'm going to put in some black. Actually, we'll do just green for our cactus. Find a good brush. There we go. First, I'm going to try to tap this and see if that'll work. Yeah, that will work. Because I want those uneven edges, like there's fur, the stickers, you know. So I'm just putting paint on the tips and then smashing it. Might even do a little black on top of it. Alright. And then you got those little cactus flower-like things. Alright. A couple more. Yeah. smashing it just gives it that perfect texture for needles. Add a little bit of white to this one in a minute. Make it stand out. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I can do those little flower ones. Can't really figure out how to get it in my head right. Alright, a little bit of black. Just to darken these up. And there's going to be so much texture on them, is what I really like. You'll be able to touch them and feel it. It'll feel like a cactus. May not poke you, but it'll feel pretty cool. In a minute, I'll make that stand out. I don't want this everywhere. But on the shadow side. Alright. Now I'll clean the brush and go back over it. You get so many shades, black and green, when you smash it. Alright, now a little bit of white right on the edge. And just like before, I'm going to touch a couple of spots and come back and spread it out. All right. We'll start back here. Yeah, a little bit more light right there. All right. Let's see. We'll get the liner brush again. What I do with it? Losing everything. All right. Getting enough to make it really, really runny, just like ink. Just a little bush. And we'll take a little bit of white and put on the ends of those tips. We could use other colors, it don't matter what. Alright, I think that'll work for me. Hold on, a couple more. I'm gonna put a little flower on this one. Couple. Maybe if it don't want to come off, a little thinner. That's all it takes. Alright, I mix a little thinner with it so it comes off really easy. Just want to be able to touch it, pick up. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. That's gonna do it. Keep on adding. I mean, I messed it up worse. Like I said, I never know what I'm gonna paint. Never know. Thank all y'all for being here though. I really do appreciate it. Hi from Chile, how are you? I don't want it to stand out that much. I said I had to step back and look at it a minute. I was going to paint a lampshade tonight, but the lampshade fell apart, so we gotta get another one. It was an old one, that's fine. But I'm gonna get another one, and tomorrow night I think we're gonna do a. Let's pull this tape off and see what the border looks like. I'm always pleased. Don't even need a frame. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank y'all for all the likes. Hadn't been that high in a long time. But we were trying to give paintings away back then. Alright guys, y'all have a nice night. I really appreciate y'all coming. Thank you a lot.